Did you know that one of the healthiest foods on earth, the walnut, can actually work against your body if combined with certain foods? You might be thinking, wait, how can something so natural, so full of omega-3, sane, antioxidants, and brain-loving nutrients be harmful? Well, here's the truth. It's not the walnut that's the problem. It's what we mix it with. Every day, millions of seniors unknowingly eat combinations that block nutrient absorption, trigger inflammation, and even slow down their metabolism. But here's the good news. When you learn how and when to eat walnuts correctly, they can become one of the most powerful anti-aging foods for your heart, brain, and joints. Walnuts are a true superfood loaded with heart-healthy fats, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory properties. But here's something that many people don't realize, especially seniors trying to improve bone strength and energy. What you eat with walnuts can completely change how your body absorbs nutrients. One of the most common mistakes is mixing walnuts with dairy products like milk, yogurt, or cheese. Now this might sound surprising because many of us have grown up eating healthy combinations like walnut-topped yogurt, walnut cookies made with milk, or even a handful of walnuts along with a glass of warm milk at night. These combinations may seem harmless, but for older adults, they can quietly interfere with how the body uses key minerals like calcium, zinc, and iron, all crucial for maintaining strong bones, healthy muscles, and a sharp mind. Let's understand why this happens. Walnuts are rich in phytates and tannins, two naturally occurring compounds that bind with minerals inside your digestive tract. Think of them as little magnets. When you eat walnuts with dairy, milk, cheese, or yogurt, the calcium from those foods attaches to these compounds and becomes much harder for your body to absorb. Instead of going into your bones or muscles, much of that calcium just passes through your system unused. And for seniors, this can be a big deal. As we age, our digestive efficiency drops, our stomach acid production declines, and our nutrient absorption naturally becomes weaker. Calcium, in particular, is essential for bone density, muscle contraction, and even proper nerve function. When we lose it or fail to absorb it properly, the consequences can include weakened bones, slower healing, more muscle cramps, and even a higher risk of fractures. The same principle applies to zinc and iron, minerals that support your immune system, metabolism, and blood health. When walnuts and dairy are eaten together, the phytates in walnuts can bind with these minerals as well, limiting their availability in your bloodstream. Over time, this can contribute to mild deficiencies, things like low energy, poor immune response, and brittle nails or hair thinning. So what's the best solution? The key is timing and food separation. You don't have to stop eating walnuts or dairy. You simply need to space them out so your body can get the full benefit of both. Simple protocol for seniors. Someone will eat walnuts at least 1-2 hours before or after consuming dairy products. If you love walnuts in the morning, try adding them to oatmeal, smoothies without milk, or fruit bowls instead of dairy yogurt. Save your dairy for a different meal, perhaps an afternoon snack or a bedtime drink. This one simple change can dramatically improve your calcium and mineral absorption. It's like letting your body digest and utilize each food fully rather than having them fight for absorption. If you still enjoy that creamy texture and want to substitute, try plant-based options like almond milk or oat milk. They contain less calcium-binding interference and can pair beautifully with walnuts without disrupting nutrient balance. You can even make a powerful walnut breakfast bowl by mixing crushed walnuts, chia seeds, cinnamon, and fresh berries with water or unsweetened almond milk. This keeps your digestion smooth, your minerals free, and your bones strong. Another bonus, when you separate walnuts from dairy, your digestive comfort improves. Many seniors who experience gas, bloating, or discomfort after dairy-heavy meals often find that this food separation reduces digestive strain dramatically. The stomach can only produce one kind of enzyme environment at a time. Acidic or alkaline dairy and nuts require slightly different digestive processes, so eating them separately reduces competition and supports smoother digestion. For those concerned about bone strength, don't forget that walnuts themselves contribute to bone health in a unique way. They contain omega-3 fatty acids that reduce bone inflammation and improve calcium utilization when eaten correctly. But again, this only happens when you allow the nutrients to absorb freely, something that becomes much easier when you keep dairy and walnuts apart. So the next time you're preparing your meals, remember this small but powerful rule: keep your nuts and dairy separate. It may sound simple, but this mindful habit allows your body to make the most out of both food groups, giving you better energy, stronger bones, and a healthier digestive system. You're not depriving yourself, you're optimizing your nutrition. When we eat consciously, we give our bodies permission to heal, strengthen, and renew. So instead of reaching for that yogurt with walnuts, pause and ask yourself, can I give my body a better chance to use these nutrients? Because every time you choose smart combinations, you're choosing strength, vitality, and longevity. Your bones will thank you, your muscles will thank you, and your future self will too. Walnuts are one of nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory foods, rich in omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and plant compounds that protect your heart, brain, and joints. But here's what many people don't realize: when you eat walnuts with salty, high-sodium foods, you can actually reverse many of their health benefits. Think about it. Many snacks and meals that include walnuts are seasoned, processed, or paired with salty foods. Maybe it's a handful of salted walnuts while watching TV, or a salad sprinkled with walnuts and cheese, or even baked goods and energy bars that sneak in sodium to enhance flavor. These combinations may taste good, but they trigger a silent enemy in your body: inflammation. Let's break this down. Sodium is an essential mineral. Your body needs it to maintain fluid balance, nerve function, and muscle contraction. But when you consume too much sodium, especially from processed or packaged foods, it throws your body's balance completely off. Sodium attracts and holds onto water. This causes fluid retention, which leads to bloating, swelling, and added pressure on your blood vessels. Now here's where walnuts come in. Walnuts are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, ALA, that naturally reduce inflammation and support circulation. However, when you pair walnuts with high sodium foods, the excess sodium causes water retention and inflammation, neutralizing those anti-inflammatory effects. Instead of soothing your body, that healthy snack suddenly becomes an inflammatory trigger, especially for seniors who may already struggle with arthritis, high blood pressure, or heart issues. Over time, this combination can have serious effects. Too much sodium can stiffen blood vessels, raise blood pressure, and increase the risk of heart disease. It can also cause swelling in joints, ankles, and fingers, something many older adults already deal with. So while walnuts are supposed to reduce inflammation, pairing them with salty foods can do the exact opposite. Why this matters so much for seniors? As we age, our kidneys become less efficient at removing excess sodium from the body. This means even small amounts of extra salt can lead to noticeable swelling, joint stiffness, and spikes in blood pressure. So combining salty foods with walnuts isn't just a poor food pairing, it's a direct hit to your body's ability to stay balanced and pain-free. The good news: you can fix this with a few simple adjustments in your daily routine. Practical tip: before eating, take a few seconds to check the sodium content on the label of any packaged food. If it has more than 150 milligrams of sodium per serving, avoid mixing it with walnuts. Example of a good pairing: walnuts with fresh fruits like apples, pears, or bananas. These provide natural sweetness and fiber to complement the walnut's healthy fats. Third example of a bad pairing: walnuts with cheese, salted crackers, or processed meats. These foods are loaded with sodium, which will undo the protective effects of walnuts. If you crave flavor, reach for natural seasons. Instead of salt, sprinkle a little cinnamon, turmeric, or paprika over your walnuts for an anti-inflammatory boost. Turmeric especially works synergistically with the omega-3 syn walnuts to fight inflammation at the cellular level. Here's another simple tip: stay hydrated. When you drink enough water, it helps flush out excess sodium and supports healthy blood flow. Try having a glass of water before and after your walnut snack. It's a tiny step that can make a big difference for your heart and joints. For those who like savory snacks, try this instead. Make your own homemade walnut mix with unsalted walnuts, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and a pinch of cayenne or garlic powder. This gives you flavor and crunch without the inflammatory hit of sodium. Let's also talk about what happens internally when you make this switch. Within just a few weeks of reducing sodium and eating walnuts correctly, your blood pressure begins to stabilize, your joint stiffness decreases, and you may even notice improved energy because your circulation improves. Your cells literally start to perform better because they're no longer swimming in excess water and salt. Your body is designed to heal itself when given the right conditions, but it can't do that when inflammation is constantly being triggered by what's on your plate. So here's your challenge for the next 7 days. Keep your walnut snacks completely salt-free. No salty crackers, no cheese, no chips, no salted nuts, just pure raw or lightly toasted walnuts. Pay attention to how your body feels. You'll likely notice reduced puffiness, lighter digestion, and better joint comfort. Remember, the little things make the biggest difference. You don't have to give up flavor or satisfaction. You just have to choose combinations that work with your body, not against it. When you protect your body from inflammation, you're not just easing pain, you're building a stronger heart, clearer mind, and longer life. So the next time you reach for that salty snack, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, is this helping my body heal or is it holding me back? Choose foods that love your body back. Let your walnuts work for you, not against you. Walnuts are one of nature's best tools for blood sugar balance. They're rich in healthy fats, fiber, and plant-based omega-3 sets that slow digestion and keep your energy steady. But here's something most people don't realize. When you eat walnuts together with sugary foods, you cancel out many of those stabilizing effects and can actually create the exact problem you're trying to avoid: blood sugar spikes and energy crashes. Let's imagine this common situation. You're sitting down for breakfast and you sprinkle a handful of walnuts over a bowl of sweetened cereal or oatmeal drizzled with honey. It seems healthy, right? After all, walnuts are a superfood, but the hidden sugar in that cereal or honey causes your blood glucose to rise sharply. Walnuts try to slow it down, but there's too much sugar for your insulin to manage smoothly. The result: a quick burst of energy followed by fatigue, brain fog, and even cravings later in the day. For seniors, this becomes even more important. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at handling glucose. The pancreas produces insulin, but our cells may not respond as well, a condition known as insulin resistance. When this happens, sugar remains in the bloodstream longer, causing inflammation and damage to blood vessels. Over time, this contributes to fatigue, weight gain, memory decline, and even type 2 diabetes. Now here's the key. Walnuts can help prevent these issues, but only when eaten correctly. The omega-3 solid fiber and protein in walnuts help slow down the release of sugar into the blood. However, when you combine walnuts with refined sugars, cookies, sweet yogurt, pastries, or sugary drinks, you overwhelm that balancing effect. The insulin spikes, fat storage increases, and your body becomes more inflamed. To put it simply, sugar and walnuts don't mix well. The sugar acts like a fast-burning fuel, while walnuts are a slow, steady energy source. Mixing them is like trying to burn a candle and gasoline together. It flares up quickly and burns out even faster. So what sets the solution? It's all about smart pairing and mindful eating. Daily habit for better blood sugar control: eat walnuts with fiber-rich fruits instead of sugary snacks. For example, a handful of walnuts with apple or pear slices, a few walnuts with celery sticks or cucumber rounds. Blend walnuts into a smoothie with spinach, berries, and unsweetened almond milk. These combinations give your body natural sweetness from whole fruits, not added sugar and extra fiber to keep digestion slow and steady. Avoid these common mistakes: sweetened granola or cereals with added sugar, flavored yogurts. Some contain as much sugar as a dessert. Candied or honey-roasted walnuts, those turn your healthy fat into a sugar bomb. Walnut brownies, cakes, or baked goods made with refined flour. When sugar is combined with fats, like those in walnuts, the body tends to store more of it as fat tissue, especially around the belly and organs. This kind of visceral fat is particularly dangerous for seniors because it increases inflammation and strain on the heart. Here's a simple protocol. If you enjoy a sweet treat, have it by itself or after a protein-rich meal, not with walnuts. Then enjoy your walnuts later in the day as a stabilizing snack. You can even make your own blood sugar balancing walnut mix. 1 handful of raw walnuts, a few almonds or pumpkin seeds, a sprinkle of cinnamon, which helps regulate blood sugar, a few raisins or berries for natural sweetness. This mix satisfies your sweet tooth while supporting balanced energy. Bonus tip: try starting your day with a handful of walnuts before breakfast. Research shows that eating a few nuts on an empty stomach helps blunt post-meal glucose spikes. Your body gets a healthy dose of fat and fiber first, which acts like a buffer for your metabolism before other foods arrive. You'll likely notice that your energy lasts longer, your mood feels more even, and those late morning cravings start to fade away. For seniors dealing with fatigue or brain fog, stabilizing blood sugar through food pairing can be life-changing. The brain depends on steady glucose to function at its best. Spikes and crashes drain mental energy, affect memory, and increase the risk of cognitive decline over time. Walnuts eaten correctly become a natural protector against that. So remember, walnuts work best when they're not fighting against sugar. Let them do what they're meant to do: protect your heart, stabilize your blood sugar, and nourish your brain. It's not about avoiding sweetness entirely. It's about choosing the right kind of sweetness, the kind that nature designed. Fruits, cinnamon, and fiber-based foods are your allies. Refined sugar and processed sweets are your enemies. Every time you choose the natural combination over the artificial one, you're protecting your future self, your energy, your focus, and your longevity. So the next time you crave something sweet, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, is this fueling my body or draining it? Choose wisely and let your walnuts support your health, not work against it. Walnuts are often celebrated as a nutritional powerhouse, loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and plant-based protein. But there's one thing most people don't realize. Combining walnuts with certain plant proteins like soy, lentils, or chickpeas can actually create digestive stress and reduce nutrient absorption. Now let's be clear, soy and legumes are not bad foods. In fact, they're excellent sources of fiber, iron, and protein for seniors who want to maintain strength and muscle mass. But when these foods are eaten together with walnuts, their natural compounds, phytates, oxalates, and tannins add up, making it harder for your digestive system to extract essential nutrients like iron, zinc, calcium, and magnesium. So what does that mean for you? It means that even if you're eating healthy foods, your body might not be getting the full benefit from them. And for seniors, that can lead to subtle but significant issues. Fatigue, weak nails, slower recovery, and even mild anemia. Let's understand the science behind it. Both walnuts and legumes contain phytic acid, a natural plant compound that protects the seed but binds to minerals during digestion. Think of phytic acid like a magnet. It grabs onto iron, zinc, and calcium and prevents them from being absorbed in your intestines. When you eat two high-fat foods together, like walnuts and soybeans, you double that effect. The result? Your body gets less of the very minerals you need to stay strong and energized. For example, imagine a lunch of lentil soup and a handful of walnuts. Sounds healthy, right? But after eating, you feel bloated, heavy, or tired. That's because the combination makes your digestive system work overtime. Your stomach and intestines struggle to break down both the fiber and the natural enzyme inhibitors present in these foods. The result can be gas, bloating, discomfort, or sluggish digestion, especially in seniors whose enzyme production naturally decreases with age. So how can you fix this problem without giving up either food? The answer lies in timing and preparation. Quick self-test. Here's a simple way to check if this combination is bothering you. For 2 days, eat a meal that includes both walnuts and beans or soy. Pay attention to how you feel 1 hour later. If you notice bloating, fullness, or fatigue, that's your sign that your body is struggling to process the combo. Then for the next 2 days, separate them. Eat walnuts at breakfast and beans or soy at lunch. You still likely notice lighter digestion, better energy, and less bloating. That's your body's way of saying thank you. Corrective action, simple steps for better digestion, are soak and sprout your beans or legumes. Soaking beans overnight and rinsing them before cooking helps reduce phytic acid and enzyme inhibitors. It also makes them softer, easier to digest, and gentler on your stomach. Tell us how to eat walnuts at a different time of day. For example, have walnuts with your morning oatmeal or fruit, and then enjoy your lentils, tofu, or beans later in the day for lunch or dinner. This separation allows your body to absorb more nutrients from both foods. Differentiate that, add vitamin C-rich foods to your legume meals. Vitamin C from foods like lemon, bell peppers, or tomatoes helps enhance iron absorption, offsetting some of the effects of phytates. You have to chew slowly and thoroughly. This sounds simple, but chewing helps break down fibers and reduces the burden on your digestive system, especially when eating high-fiber foods like nuts and legumes. When you make these small changes, you'll notice your digestion becoming smoother, your belly feeling lighter, and your energy lasting longer throughout the day. Your body will start to extract more nutrients from every meal instead of letting them go to waste. Let's also talk about the gut-brain connection here. Poor digestion doesn't just affect your stomach, it affects your energy, your focus, and even your mood. When food sits heavy in the gut, it sends stress signals throughout the body, increasing fatigue and inflammation. On the other hand, when digestion flows easily, your body absorbs more magnesium and zinc minerals that calm your nervous system and support clear thinking. So yes, you can absolutely enjoy both walnuts and soy or legumes, just not at the same meal. This isn't about restriction, it's about sequence and awareness. For seniors, especially those with sensitive digestion or slower metabolism, this practice can be life-changing. By simply spacing out your high-fiber and high-phytate foods, You reduce digestive strain and maximize your nutrient absorption, two essential keys to maintaining strength and vitality as you age. Here sits an easy example schedule. Breakfast oatmeal with walnuts and blueberries. Lunch lentil or bean soup with a squeeze of lemon. Dinner light protein with vegetables and olive oil. This pattern gives your body time to digest each nutrient group efficiently without internal traffic jams. Remember, your digestive system is like an engine. It performs best when it's not overloaded. Give it the right combinations, the right spacing, and a little time, and it will reward you with energy, comfort, and health that lasts. So next time you prepare your meal, pause for a second and think, is this combination helping my body absorb more or making it work harder? That small moment of awareness can make all the difference in how your body feels and functions every single day. When digestion flows, so does life. Walnuts are a true gift from nature, rich in healthy fats, protein, fiber, and essential nutrients that protect your brain, heart, and cells from damage. But there's one silent enemy that can undo much of the good they provide: alcohol. Now let's be honest. Many seniors enjoy the occasional glass of wine, a beer at dinner, or a social drink during family gatherings. And that's perfectly understandable. Life is meant to be enjoyed. But when alcohol and walnuts are consumed together, or even too close in time, the delicate nutrients in walnuts can be compromised, and your body's ability to benefit from them diminishes significantly. Let's next explore why this happens. Walnuts are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, ALA, one of the most important nutrients for brain function and cardiovascular health. These fats reduce inflammation, improve blood flow, and support memory and mood. However, alcohol interferes with how your body absorbs and utilizes these healthy fats. It reduces the activity of enzymes needed to convert ALA from walnuts into its active form, EPA and DHA, the same powerful omega-3 found in fish. This means that even if you're eating walnuts regularly, drinking alcohol around the same time can block your body from getting the full anti-inflammatory, brain-boosting benefits they offer. But that's not the only problem. Alcohol is a nutrient thief. It depletes your body of key vitamins and minerals like magnesium, zinc, and B vitamins, nutrients that walnuts naturally help replenish. When alcohol enters your system, your liver goes into overdrive trying to detoxify it, using up large amounts of these nutrients in the process. The result? You're left nutrient deficient, fatigued, and more inflamed. Over time, this combination can take a real toll on your health. For seniors, alcohol affects the body differently than it does for younger people. As we age, our liver function slows, our body water decreases, and we metabolize alcohol more slowly. That means even small amounts can have stronger effects, causing dehydration, dizziness, and nutrient loss. If you often enjoy walnuts with wine, like in salads, desserts, or social snacks, here's such as what is happening inside. Alcohol dehydrates your cells, drying out tissues that need healthy fats. It oxidizes the good fats from walnuts, turning them rancid faster and reducing their antioxidant potential. It inflames the liver, which is where those nutrients should be processed and distributed throughout your body. So what can you do? The goal isn't to eliminate alcohol entirely, unless your doctor advises it. The goal is to create balance and timing. Safe, simple protocol. Put hydration first. Before you have any alcoholic beverage, drink at least 1 full glass of water. Alcohol pulls water from your tissues and brain, leading to fatigue and slower recovery. A lot of timing matters. Don't eat walnuts or any high-fat foods immediately before or during drinking. Instead, wait 3-4 hours after alcohol before having your walnuts. This gives your liver time to process the alcohol without competing for resources. Yes, so the morning after, start your day with walnuts. A handful of raw or lightly roasted walnuts in the morning helps restore lost nutrients, replenish omega-3 sets, and reduce oxidative stress from the previous night. Prepare walnuts with detox-supporting foods. Combine walnuts with leafy greens, berries, and water-rich vegetables. These foods help cleanse the liver and boost recovery. Here are an example of how to do it right. Evening, if you're enjoying a small glass of wine at dinner, skip the walnuts. Have a light, balanced meal instead. Morning after, eat a few walnuts with oatmeal, fruit, or a smoothie. This will help restore your energy and nourish your cells. This habit not only minimizes the negative effects of alcohol, but also maximizes the benefits of walnuts. Bonus tip, try mocktails, made with sparkling water, lemon, mint, and a touch of fruit. They hydrate and refresh without draining your nutrients. You can still enjoy the social experience of drinking without the biological setbacks. Here's the reality. Alcohol is one of the biggest hidden causes of cellular dehydration, oxidative stress, and nutrient depletion when combined with healthy foods like walnuts. It neutralizes many of their healing properties. But when spaced correctly, you can enjoy both your drink when you choose to and your walnuts when your body's ready to absorb their benefits fully. Remember, health isn't about perfection, it's about progress and awareness. You don't have to give up your favorite foods or experiences. You just need to make small adjustments that protect your energy, your brain, and your heart. So the next time you pour a drink, take a moment, have a glass of water first, enjoy the evening, then let your walnuts work their magic the next day. Because when you care for your body, even in the smallest ways, it rewards you in big ways with clearer thinking, better sleep, stronger energy, and a healthier, happier you. Your body is your lifelong companion. Treat it with care, and it will take care of you for years to come. Walnuts are one of the most powerful natural sources of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, LA, a plant-based fat that plays a critical role in keeping your heart strong, your brain sharp, and your joints flexible. But there's something that can silently destroy these precious nutrients and rob your body of their benefits: processed oils. Processed oils like soybean oil, canola oil, corn oil, sunflower oil, and those vague vegetable oil blends are everywhere. They're in fried foods, salad dressings, packaged snacks, margarine, and even so-called healthy granola bars. For seniors who often rely on convenience foods, this hidden danger can quietly undo much of their hard work toward healthy eating. Here's why the balance between omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids in your diet determines how inflamed or how calm your body is. Walnuts are rich in omega-3, which reduce inflammation and protect your blood vessels. But processed oils are loaded with omega-6 fats, and when you consume too many of them, they push your body into a chronic inflammatory state. Inflammation is the root of nearly every age-related disease: heart disease, arthritis, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and even depression. So when you eat walnuts, which are supposed to fight inflammation along with processed oils, which trigger it, you create a biochemical tug-of-war inside your body. Unfortunately, the omega-6s almost always win. Let's break down what happens at the cellular level. Your cell membranes are made up of fats. When you consume healthy omega-3 from walnuts, your cells stay flexible and communicate efficiently. But when your diet is high in processed oils, those fats get incorporated into your cells instead, making them stiff and less responsive. That means slower healing, foggier thinking, and more inflammation throughout your body. So even if you're eating walnuts every day, frying your vegetables in vegetable oil, or snacking on chips cooked in canola oil could be canceling out the benefits. For seniors, this balance is especially crucial. As we age, our body's ability to convert plant-based omega-3, say ALA, into their active forms EPA and DHA decreases. That means we need every bit of help we can get from the foods we eat. The last thing we want is to flood our system with the very oils that block this conversion. Preventative habit for long-term health. The good news? You can easily fix this by being mindful of the oils you use at home and the foods you buy. Slight switch to natural, unprocessed oils. Use extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or cold-pressed coconut oil for cooking. These oils are stable at higher temperatures and full of antioxidants that protect your heart and brain. Avoid deep-fried and packaged foods. Fried snacks, fast foods, and even roasted nuts from the store are often cooked in processed oils. Instead, roast your walnuts at home, lightly at 300 degrees Fahrenheit, 150 degrees Celsius for 8-10 minutes. This keeps their omega-3 cells intact. Make your own walnut butter. Blend raw walnuts in a food processor until creamy and add a touch of olive oil or avocado oil if needed. You'll have a rich, natural spread free from hydrogenated oils or preservatives. Like, share, read labels carefully. If you see vegetable oil, soybean oil, or canola oil listed, put it back on the shelf. These oils are often refined using chemicals and heat that destroy nutrients and create toxic byproducts called trans fats. By replacing these oils with healthy alternatives, you'll allow the omega-3 in walnuts to do their job properly, reducing inflammation, improving blood flow, and protecting your heart and brain for years to come. Here sits a simple experiment. For 2 weeks, remove all processed oils from your diet. Use olive oil or avocado oil instead. Continue eating a small handful of walnuts every day. Within that short time, you may notice less joint pain and stiffness, better digestion and energy levels, clearer skin and sharper mental focus. That's the power of restoring your body's natural omega balance. A little science insight. The ideal ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 in the human body is about 4:1 or less. But in modern diets, heavy in processed oils, this ratio can reach 21 or even 31, which leads to constant inflammation. By choosing clean fats and incorporating walnuts daily, you can gradually bring that ratio back to a healthy balance. A practical tip for seniors. When preparing meals, try this rule. If it's clear, natural, and unprocessed, it's healing. If it's cloudy, artificial, or in a plastic bottle, it's harming. That's a simple way to remember which oils belong in your kitchen and which don't. Finally, think of walnuts as your daily cell protector. Their omega-3 says build your foundation for longevity, but they can only work if the environment you give them supports their purpose. Processed oils destroy that foundation slowly, quietly, but surely. So protect your heart, your brain, and your future. Cook smart, eat clean, and let your walnuts do what they were meant to do, heal your body from the inside out. Your body is constantly rebuilding itself, cell by cell, meal by meal. The choices you make in your kitchen today will decide how strong, clear, and energetic you feel tomorrow. Choose pure oils. Choose natural foods. Choose life. My friends, your health is built one meal at a time, one choice at a time. You don't have to give up walnuts. They're nature's gift for longevity. But the way you combine your foods determines how your body thrives or struggles. So starting today, make a decision. Separate your dairy. Skip the salt and sugar combo. Keep those omega-3s pure. Your heart, brain, and body will thank you day after day, year after year. Remember, it's not about eating perfectly, it's about eating consciously. Because every mindful choice is a step toward a stronger, sharper, and more youthful you. So take action today, your body deserves it.